This is a 1969 Sears Suburban 12. It's in pretty rough shape, but I mean, definitely restorable. Because, well, I mean, I guess to me, all of them are restorable. So the transmission is totally seized up. I got the jack under it because I was going to jack it up and see if the tires will at least spin like the differential works. Because it's hard to really tell because the tires are flattened off the bead there. And steering wheel's messed up. You can see it's around there and then it's kind of smashed in here, but it's kind of whatever it is. It's not that bad. And then but I'm pretty sure what happened is the shifter here is most of the time, if these are loose, because this is supposed to be basically welded on there, or attached basically. That's supposed to be attached, and there's like a seal here, and you can see that there's no rubber seal there. It's just basically metal, and this is all smashed around here, so somebody was really reefing on it. So I'm pretty sure what happened is it sat like this for who knows how long. And I guess there goes that. Oh, there it is. And basically water got in the transmission and it's full of water, and therefore all the gears and stuff are rusty. The high-low range lever doesn't even move. This one moves back and forth, but it doesn't really do anything. So, steering has some threaded rod right there, so I have another tie rod off of another restoration project that I'm going to switch that out with. My plan first is basically get everything kind of working on here. Make sure everything is fine, and then I'm going to take it apart and then restore it. Because then that way I can drive it around and make sure that either this transmission is good or whatever one is good before I, have everything painted and have to pull it back apart. So let's, I think I'm going to jack this up and we'll see together at the same time if this actually is going to spin. So actually it spins super easy. Now if the differential actually if I hold one tire and spin the other one, I'll spin the actual gears in the transmission. So well, that actually is spinning good. You can see the rim spinning, and it sounds not too bad, other than of course the brake grinding, which is normal. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the transmission out of here, and I'm going to come back once that's out. So as you saw by that, I got the transmission out of the tractor, and the tractor's just kind of sitting here, kind of like that, because that's just kind of where it ended up. So we're going to find out together what the inside of this looks like. I'm going to have to say it's full of water, because how I was explaining before the seal, I'm pretty sure it's going to be not nice inside. So them were very loose. Normally them are on there kind of tight, so. And I noticed a bunch of the bolts that went around here to hold the hitch plate to the frame were not the factory ones, so somebody had this out before. Oh my, that looks bad. Oh, that looks really bad. That looks so disgusting in there. It's dry, but I'm gonna get something to see if I can pry this out. There we go. Yeah, that looks bad. Oh, it stinks too. So that's that's what happened. It's still in gear, and it was in neutral on how it was sitting. So as you can see by that, this means that it would have been, the lever would have been here. So it would have been, I think here, it would have been in first gear, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it would have been in first gear. So that's interesting. This spins just a little bit and then seizes up because the gears inside are so bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this off camera. I'm not going to get it on camera, but I'm going to pull, let's see, it would be forget. I'm going to pull one of the hubs off. I don't know which one it is. I'm pretty sure it has to be that one. And I will come back with the transmission split apart. Okay, so I got the transmission taken apart. I'd rather take the other side apart, so have the pulley facing down here and take the parking brake side off. But the opposite side, so the parking brake side hub, didn't come off, so I had to do the input side, which isn't ideal. I'd rather, of course, do the opposite way, but I wasn't going to risk breaking a hub when it can come apart really either way. It's just personal preference. But anyway, you can see inside, it is very nasty in there. That is really bad. I mean, repairable, because I've actually fixed one of these before, as you see right here. I cleaned it up, you know, basically had to go through everything. And that rear end actually still works. It's in my 69 SS12. And it's a little loud, but it does work. And then the issue is right here. So them bearings are totally done. This one here too. That one is totally seized up. This one here isn't that bad. And then this one up here is really bad. So after finding that out, I'm like, okay, that sucks. Really thought that the transmission I just showed you a second ago in the picture from the video from a few months ago, that the case that I had bad bearings in it also, but I went upstairs to look at it and they are perfect. So I guess I'm just losing it, and I thought they were bad because these are clearly perfectly fine. So that's cool. In fact, this case looks way cleaner than the other one, and this one wasn't even cleaned up, so that's cool. So, of course, this will have to get cleaned up. I'm going to clean up all these gears. But what I'm going to do in the meantime is I'm going to take that apart, put it on a little metal tray, kind of figure out what's good and what's not. And I will come back with an update. Okay, so as you can see, I got everything kind of organized for the most part. I got the case I'm going to use set up here. I do got a little bit more cleaning that I have to do on the case, but just about ready to put back together. So I cleaned these gears. They're good as they're going to be. They're still not great. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to put it together with the gears looking like this, and then drive the tractor around for like probably 10 minutes or so, and then I'm going to change the oil, and then should be good to go after that. So I'm actually going to get some of this put back together, and I will come back and show you what I got done. Alright, I thought I'd give you an update. So you saw me putting it together. So you can see I got all the gears in for the most part. I still have, of course, all them little washers there to put in on the top before I put it together. And then I'm going to just kind of put a bunch of oil on them. But right now it's a neutral. You turn this and nothing else spins. I put a screwdriver in here and I moved these back and forth. And it did turn everything in the right direction it's supposed to. But just in case somebody else does this, I'm going to go around real quick with the camera and show you kind of how it goes. Just in case somebody needs this information because you pulled it apart and forgot to take pictures like I did. So I actually had to refer back to an older video on how this went, which wasn't nearly as thorough as this one. So one thing I got wrong is I put this on upside down. So this is the correct way it goes, as far as I know for right now, but I'll find that out once as I put the case together. Okay, so as you can see, I got everything. And what I had to do is I had to pull up my old video. I got the case I'm going to use. I keep all my old videos, of course, so this is video on getting the 69 SS12 going again. So I cleaned these gears. I paused it at the perfect spot. They're still not great. Just to, so I think what I'm going to have to do is look at it. I'm going to put it together. But I don't really show the other side, so. And then that kind of sucks, drive the tractor around. Was able to figure it out from here. Okay, as you can see, I got it put back together. I got the brake band and everything put back on it. I actually swept it out because the old one looked like this. So it was missing part of it. And if the camera would focus. So you can see just how much of it was missing there. And handling these brake bands, be very careful with them, because just like the front nose cones on the like SS16, ST16s, these are made out of asbestos. So you want to be careful with these. Don't really mess with them like really at all. But yeah, I had this other one that was on the other case that I got, and I basically transferred it over, and seems to work fine. I spun it over with a drill, and it's very loud. I don't have any oil in it yet, so I didn't run it too much, but it's very loud, but it definitely will end up probably, I hope anyway, getting better. So yeah, that is it for this video. Next week I should have a video of tearing the rest of the tractor apart.